Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to the stream. And again, here we are with another Titan Premier practice scrims. Tonight, hosted by Panda Events. As usual, majority of these teams are Titan Premier teams. So this is going to be good practice for them. And if you don't know those teams, we also have some filler teams as well. We have teams like Dreamers Esports. We have Dauntless, Dope Esports, Emperor, Manic, Rich Esports, Skills of Mine, Straight Outta Nepal, Team Aces, ThirdEye, Villains, Xforce, Xtreme Slayers, The Bankers, Zombie Boys, and Mezexis Esports NA. Those are the teams that are in the lobby here tonight. And again, majority of those teams are premier teams. We have like only 3 filler teams in the lobby. So we shall see a lot of good plays coming out from these teams. Or maybe some mistakes. But we shall see how it goes here. As we're going to be getting into the first game here. As it is a 5 games here as well. As we're going to start off with Erangel. As you see, we have Miramar, then Sanhok, Miramar, and then finish off the night with an Erangel as well. So we shall see how this first game goes, as we're going to be started off in Erangel. This is going to be good practice for all these teams, even the non-premier teams. It should give them some practice, something to look back to on what they can fix and everything like that as well. With that being said, we are going to start off on the streamers. So we shall see how this goes now, as we're going to hop into the plane. The plane is going to start all the way over here on the east side. A little down below, note the power, going all the way up past shooting range. A little to the right of Zarki in the north side there. So we shall see how this is going to be going here. As well as we shall see how first game is going to go for all these teams. So let's see how this game goes, and let's see which team is going to be looking to take this first game for themselves. And yeah, best of luck to all these teams, and best of luck to who can stay consistent the most tonight. And yeah, can't wait to see who is going to be looking to stay the most consistent and who's going to be looking to take tonight. As everybody now looking to jump out the plane here. We're going to be looking around to see what fights we're going to be looking to get. Zombie Boys in apartments here. By the looks of it, they do have a team with them, as that is going to be the Bankers here. Full squad of the Bankers, and a little split of the trio here, but they're going to get in. But Fetty's going to get knocked there by PP is live. Trevor going to land in late there and get knocked immediately, as now it is all just down to Crazy here. What can Crazy do? Can he pull something crazy? Or is everything just going to go down the drain here for the first game of the night? So let's see how this goes. Steady is going to get thirsted there for now. Zone going to pop up here, looking to favor more towards this west side. Crazy going to look to lay low just for a bit here as he waits for these players to move in on to his apartment building. Going to be looking for M249 here. Might just be the gun for the squad white while he waits to hold his angles here. The bankers are going to have to be a little aware here. Team Aces might be the team to look the third party as well, as they're not too far away here. They hear these shots going off and seeing that zombie boys have taken a lot of casualties, but they see that the bankers start taking casualties as well and lose a player or two. They might look to capitalize, as now the bankers looking to make a push in here now. Smokey gonna look to start pushing in as well. Smokey looking more towards the aces right now. Crazy holding his position for now as he waits for these players to go up 9. As that's gonna be the bankers with the pump to the face of Crazy there. So now that's the only fight that's happening for now. Team Aces aware, but they're also just a trio here. Emperors in the center of zone. Full squad up here looking to split loot for now. As they look to control the center here as well. We shall just wait and see how this looks to play out for now. As we do have teams like Skills of Mine up north here. Not too far from Villains and Dauntless. Dauntless a little close by to Villains as well. Dauntless being a trio here with Casper, Rise, and Bob. But we also have Villains over here. We have Ace, Nexus, and Smokey here. A trio as well. But the squad of Skills of Mine might be looking to close down towards that way to maybe force a fight onto one of or two of these teams with Shoyoung, Silas, Chinooks, and Smallman on the squad. Dope Esports also down south. Hyman, Baby Tang, Tinsa, and Havoc here. So we shall see what these teams are going to do as zone number 1 is just closing in here for the meantime. Take a look at the map here for now to see the rotations of these players and teams until a little bit of action here starts. We do have Team Aces right next to one another of the bankers there. So we shall see how that goes. So we have some teams like straight out on Nepal and Manic right next to one another. Team Aces rotating straight down that way as well. Outta specifically here passing by one of the Manic players there. Just going to look to turn around instantly to regroup with their teammates. So we have Drago, Mauricio, and Outta, just a trio as well. A lot of these teams looking to be trios. A couple of these teams anyways looking to be trios, because we've got a few teams that don't have their fourth in for now. But with that being said, gotta deal with adversity even if you're just a man down. We're gonna head on over here towards straight out of Nepal, as they're looking to pass by Manic, but needing to make their way in. Everybody's looking to set themselves up here. Even the teams that are up north outside of zone are definitely planning something to try to see where they can look to go and what is going to be more of an open spot for them to take. As you can see, everybody as of so far looking to take more of the central side or up north. Nobody down south there just yet. But we're going to head on over here towards Xtreme Slayers and the likes of Manic, as they're looking to possibly get into a fight. Legend here with the UMP in hand, but Manic, they're looking to possibly make a push up here, as Legend going to get knocked there, but getting Vortex low on HP. Freddy going to look to push up here as well. Astro going to look to move up the hill, going for an angle, as there is also Poppy Sour up on the hill as well. Huidi down low on HP. Moso on the back hill as well. So it's going to be that more of an off angle. Freddy's going to have to be careful of Astro here. as Astro still is more on that backside. Freddy aware. Moso gonna look to move around. Maybe if they can make a crash in on here, could make it a lot harder for Astro to be able to cover as Freddy. But that's going to be straight out on the Paul. Looking to third party here. Picking up the knock onto Moso. Looking, or onto Pop Sour. Looking for the knock onto Moso. Moso low on HP. Down on 1. Spraying him down for now. As Moso going to look to get behind his car. As his car does blow up there. But straight out on the Paul. Looking to send it at Frankie. Getting the lead and charge. As Moso looking towards Wolf. Wolf low on HP. Wolf gonna get the turnaround, but Spence is gonna be the one getting the run over there onto Xtreme Slayers. Freddy gonna go out there as well. Manic losing Vortex to Blaze. Blaze with the higher ground advantage, looking towards Astro right now. Astro more towards the other compound, but the straight on Paul looking to make a push up here for Frankie. Looking to do so here. He has some util. He's going to look to throw a molly onto the steps there. Hoity not being there. Hoity going to be first out here. Frankie looking to throw the nades in as Hoity jumps out. Straight out on the Paul. Going to be aware. Hoity going to get the knockdown onto Frankie. Spence needing to heal up here before trying to go for the res as Manic just down Astro, and Blaze is going to be the one to look to maybe get the chase down here. He's going to be the one looking to hunt down Astro. Astro getting out of there just so far, but straight on the Paul might be looking to just chase him down. Are they aware where he went? So I'm going to pop here, looking to continue staying in that Gothcat area for now. Rich Esports holding a split. Dauntless not too far there. Rise over there next to Esajat. They are holding on top of the hill for right now. So we shall see how that does go for them. As Rise is looking around for now. Just trying to scout out the area for his team for the rest of Dauntless. As straight out of the Paul. Looking for Astro right now. Astro not too far. As now Xforce looking for a fight here. They looking towards ThirdEye right now. They are just a trio. Free Point, Fate, and Remix. Skills of Mine not too far away either. As Remix is looking to take some shots towards the likes of Skills of Mine car. Manny right there throwing some nades out there. Gonna tag up the likes of Remix. But Manny's going to start taking some shots there from Fate. Fate not fully connecting there, but tagging him up. Remix is going to be aware of that. Chills is going to go out towards Skills of Mine. Villain's not too far away either, but we shall see how this goes. Fate's going to look to throw some smokes out. Zeus across the way. As now it's just down to him and Manny. Manny getting healed up as well. Remix looking to push up just a little bit possibly here, but Mezexis is also not too far away. We have Chosen, Triggs, and as Velaz. As now Team Aces looking to get into a fight as well. Gonna lose a player there. As Rich Esports and Emperors looking to get into a fight as well. But the Bankers also pushing down here onto Kaz. Kaz getting knocked there by TP. TP gonna get that knock. But the rest of Emperor needing to get the revive onto Clocka right now. As Rich Esports are slowly trying to move up here and get the reset, but maybe even looking for the push here onto Emperor. They need to be careful of Lord. Esajat gonna get knocked there. That's gonna be Casper from afar away. Casper getting that knock. Gonna be looking for possibly the thirst there. As they're gonna be looking to try to get the revive onto Esajat. Esajat revive here by his teammate Casper, spraying down. Esajat gonna get knocked there, but Casper's gonna get knocked there by Dope. Hyman looking to push up here, gonna look for that thirst. Maybe look towards the likes of Rich Esports, but Rise is also gonna get knocked there. That's gonna be Havoc getting the knock. Havoc looking to push towards Bob's way. Gonna look to smoke out as now Skills of Mind looking to join in on the fights over here with the likes of Villains, Mezexis Esports. They're going to be looking for the revive on to Shoyoung. Smallman's going to get knocked there by Fate. Fate's going to also look for that thirst. Xforce picking up 3 elims just from this small area. Villains looking to get their reset up as well here. Down towards Mezexis. Mezexis going to be maybe looking to push out, but Fate looking to take those shots towards his way. But Skills of Mine might be the ones to look to take shots towards them next here, as Alves is a little spread out from their own teammates. And Shoyoung crashing into them. They're going to pick up that knock there as well onto them. Skills of Mine picking up another elim as all this action is going on over here towards the Gatka area right now. As Rich, Emperor, the Bankers here. The Bankers looking to push up onto Pandu. Pandu low on HP. Getting help from his teammates, but Pandu going to get knocked there by Rich Esports. But the Bankers going to get that thirst. Now it's just down the clock and Rafter here. Rafter in the Gatka compound for now. Looking to try and keep his team in the talk here. They are looking to try to keep things going, but the Bankers up to 5 eliminations so far here, looking to keep picking up these elims towards these teams. As Rich Esports, Emperor Esports, and the Bankers here looking to keep going, but Dope in the side of Rich Esports. Rich Esports is down to Jazz and lost right now. But we shall see how this goes. Xforce looking towards Mezexis right now. As Remix gonna get knocked there, actually. As Xforce gonna be taking a loss there. Now it's just down to 3 and Fate. As Villains picking up that elimination. Now we shall see how this will go, as Ace taking some shots towards the likes of the buggy there. As now we're gonna head on over here towards Dope. Dope looking to take a fight towards Rich Esports, as that's gonna be Rich Esports, the duo taking out the whole squad. But that's gonna be Jazz. I missed it there. The 1v4 from Jazz. Now straight out on the Nepal, looking to take a fight towards Dreamers Esports. Blaze picking up the knock there. They're up to 5 eliminations already here. So we shall see how this looks to continue to go here. As Blaze is going to look to maybe try to push down, but he's going to move towards his teammate and get onto the back of his buggy here. As Spence picking him up, but Wolf and Frankie already pushing down here, looking for an angle onto the likes of Dreamers Esports. Dreamers Esports being split up for now, as we have V277, Nedris, Padalix, and Bolux here as well. But Shrey and Paul might be the team they want to be careful about, especially being split up like they are. So if one of the two duos do get pushed on, or even if they look to make the push onto Shrey and Paul, now would be the time to do so, as Blaze and Spence are a bit away. On to 11 teams heading into zone number 3 here now. So we shall see how this looks to continue to go. So these teams are going to have to be looking to be careful. As Blaze looking around towards the top side. Klaka still alive for Emperors here, as they are just a solo. Skills of Mine making their way in here. Villains looking to do so as well. Dauntless just down to Bob right now. They have 1 elimination just so far. Bob might be the one looking to pick up a couple more here, as well as maybe some placement points as well. But we shall wait and see on how that goes. But we shall just see Bob looking towards Rich Esports. Then put Manic onto Lost. Is he going to be looking to make this push here onto him? They are just a duo, so he is going to be looking to do so. Is he aware that they are just a duo? Can he get the 1v2 done? Is Lost going to get revived in time? But Lost is going to need to try and get healed up. That's going to get ran over there and instantly thirsted there. Bob with the Bison. He's going to hear Lost healing up right now as he has pulled the nade out here. As gonna look to throw the nade out as well there. As now looking to pull another nade. Lost trying to get healed up here. But the nade's going out. Lost gonna avoid that one. As Bob looking to throw another one towards his way. That one should tag him up. Throwing nades towards one another. Bob's gonna look to heal up for now. As another nade might be coming in through that window. He's gonna have to be careful here. As Lost moving around. Bob looking to continue on with these nades being cooked here. Going out. But not getting the job done just yet. As the nades continue going on. Teammates isn't straight out on the paw. Getting into it. Lost low on HP. So he needs to be a little careful here. Outta get himself killed there. Bob needs to be careful of the S12. Pre-firing with the Bison, but not much ammo in the mag so far. Needs to try to get the job done, but Lost needs to be careful with his shots. Bob switching to the M4 there, but Lost low on HP. Bob gonna look to reload his gun. Maybe look to push on to Lost, but Lost with the S12. Gonna kill Bob there, but we have the likes of Skills of Mine trying to make their way in here. The trio, Xenox, Silas, and Shoyoung. Maybe look to push on to Lost there. As that's going to be Lost. Getting eliminated there by Shoyoung. Shoyoung going to hop onto the buggy there. Shoyoung down to 1 HP. Don't think he has any meds, but they're going to look to make the crasher onto the compound. Straight on the Paul over here. 6 eliminations just so far. Are they going to look to take the fight onto Dreamers? Spence is still out on the edge here. The zone is closing in. It is 4th zone as of right now. So we shall see how this first game continues to go. As there is 4 more to go. Skills of Mine now going to start getting into a fight. Chinix going to get knocked there. Chinix being all the way outside a zone, as that is going to be the likes of the bankers here. Smokey, Harmon, Mafia, and PP. They're going to be looking towards Skills of Mine after picking up that knock on the Chinix. Going to be looking around there. Possibly not going to see that free kill in the play zone there, but he's going to look to chill in the fields here to heal up at Dreamers Esports in the center of the zone. Straight on the paw, looking towards their way. They're on edge for now. As Wolf is going to be looking to try to get onto the roof here, as he does. Gets the roof here. Villains not too far away, but going to be looking to make their way into the zone. Blaze and Spencer are going to look to take the bigger compound here that the bankers left, or Dreamers Esports left, as Dreamers Esports looking towards the bankers right now. Harmon going to get knocked there. Next is going to get knocked by Frankie. Harmon going to get thirsted there by Ace from Villains. Dreamers Esports not being able to get that thirst. But Frankie looking towards Villains Esports right now. Yes, they're going to be getting the reset onto Nexus. Smokey going to look to regroup, as they need to try to make their way down into the zone. But Frankie's going to be the one right looking towards their way. Like Smokey does get spotted there. Straight on the paw, being aware of him. Wolf going to get back onto the roof. Blaze and Spence holding on to the roof of this bigger compound here. as they look towards Dreamers Esports. Clocker going to be looking to maybe take the fight towards Skills of Mind here. Soyoung moving around over here. But we also have a player from the likes of Manic. Astro still being alive. Astro going to look to hold the edge here. Astro looking towards the likes of Silas as Clocker behind the Skills of Mind right now. Clocker throwing some util out. Maybe take some shots so far. But Silas is going to be aware of him. No, Soyoung going to be the one aware of him there. As now they're going to look to go up. Dreamers Esports get in the zone. The only compound in the zone. Frankie going to get knocked there. As the likes of Straight on the Paul getting pushed up on by the bankers. Spence is going to look to push in here to help out the team. As he does. Pulling out the DBS is going to immediately get knocked there. Now down to Wolf and Blaze. Wolf is going to look to try to get the reset onto his teammate. As now Blaze going to look to take the compound that the bankers left. And now look to cook up some nades as I think he spotted Mafia there, but nades going out. Mafia trying to move out in the open. Mafia going to get knocked there. Nades going out. Then the re-knock as Wolf gets knocked there as well. Now just down to Blaze in a 1v1 situation against Smokey here. Getting Smokey down to half HP. Smokey trying to heal up. Blaze going to come clutch there. Getting the final elimination there onto the bankers. Now Dreamers Esports, this is their game to lose here. As they have a full squad, are they going to be looking to take the fight with villains? As they are looking to do so, as they do get the first knock onto one base there. As Nexus as well pushes in with the S12. But Nexus with the DBS. Gonna get another knock there. Up to 9 eliminations already here. As there's just one more player up from Dreamers. As that's gonna be the likes of Hadalex there. Now they're gonna be looking towards Straight out in the Paul. Are they aware that that player is in that room? Or are they just gonna look towards Straight out in the Paul for now? Smokey getting tagged up there. Blaze being one to light him up. Looking to spray through that smoke. He has 2 nades. They're looking to take the zone before villains do. Frankie gonna look to try to set his car up so he can use it for cover as well as the hay bale. As he also needs to heal up for right now. Looking to clear out the rest of his compound. Get the AFK player, get the final elimination, get the 10 kills. But now they're up against the duo from Straight out in the Paul. Frankie and Blaze, 9 eliminations. Trio Smokey gonna get knocked there and immediately thirsted by Blaze. Up to 10 eliminations, now equal to villains. But Blaze with 6 elims to his name. Gonna throw a smoke out there in front of him. As now it's down to Ace. Ace looking to try to move out. Ace getting tagged up there. As Nexus both down to half HP. As Nexus gonna get knocked in. Now Ace up next. As now it's down to a 1v1. Frankie versus Ace here. Frankie maybe looking to get the reset. Ace going for the thirst onto Blaze. Is he gonna pick up a nade and start throwing the nades here? Zone gonna be pushing in. Ace looking to throw his own nades onto Frankie. Gonna be getting the damage done there. Ace looking to cook up another nade there, as that nade's going to do the job onto Frankie, as that's going to be villains taking game number 1 there, picking up a handful of eliminations onto Ace, but picking up 12 in total. Straight on the Paul, taking second there with 10. Dreamers Esports going out in third with 0. The Bankers going out in fourth with 9. Skills of Mine going out in fifth with 5. Emperors going out in 6th there with 1. Manic going out in 7th with 2. Rich Esports going out in 8th with 5. Dauntless going out in 9th there with 2. Missing out on that top 8 there. But now let's take a look at the rest of the results here now. As we're going to get to the bottom here, Zombie Boys going to be the first team eliminated there, going out with 0 eliminations to their name. Now let's take a look at stars of the match. Ace going all out with 8 eliminations. Mafia with best companion, and Ace with the finisher. That is going to be game 1 out of the 5 for tonight. We're going to be heading on into Miramar next, so do stay tuned for that. And yeah, we are going to be right back, so stay tuned for the second game of the night. Alrighty, guys, we're going to be getting into the second game for the night. As we're going to be heading into Miramar now. As you seen last game, going to the likes of Villains, taking game number 1. Now, we're going to be switching things up, heading into Miramar. Should be a lot different. Just depending on how playing path goes for some of these teams. It might just be make or break for them with the playing path. Again, shall see how it goes. Some of these teams are filler teams, but I mean, if you can make it into the end part while also picking up a good amount of kills, I mean, you should be setting yourself up for good, and it's just really good practice here overall as well. But yeah, we should see how this goes here as we get into game number 2. So let's see how Miramar is gonna be looking here for these teams, and is Villains gonna be looking to stay consistent as well. They may have taken game number 1 with 12 eliminations to their name, but are they going to be able to stay very consistent, or what is going to happen? Shall wait and see, as we're going to be getting into this game in just a few seconds, as you know. Alrighty, now best of luck to these teams, and let's take a look at the playing path here. It's going to start off into Campo Militar there, going all the way down south, a little to the left of Barthona, but going to be going down diagonally here. But a lot of these places, like up north, like Lacabera, El Bozo, Crater Fields, Ruins, those areas where some of those teams go to, it's going to be a lot harder to reach unless they grab a car off rip here and just start rotating through while the rest of these teams are setting in the plane, waiting to get to their southern drops or the eastern drops here. But you need to be careful with that being said. Everyone is dropping out the plane. Now we just wait for the action to happen. So let's see how it goes here. By the looks of it, we do have a couple teams in Terra Bronco, as we have Dope Esports here, as well as Manic, Drago, Havoc, Tensa, and Baby Tank here. Astro, Vortex, Rana, and Witty for the likes of Manic. They are a little split up, as well as Dope. More of a 3-1 split right now across the Bronca, but they might be looking to make a push in here onto Witty, as Tensa is looking to lead the charge with the AK in hand. They're aware of Witty being in this building. Dope pushing in here. They're aware of Witty pushing back outside, more towards Astro's way to give him some cover. But are they aware that Astro's also there? They are now going to be aware that there is a player in the building, but the likes of Rana might be able to spot him out here if they look to do so. Havoc spotted there. Havoc going to get knocked there by Rana, but Havoc going to be looking to get spotted. Rana's going to get spotted there by Baby Tank's going to get the knock and thirst immediately, but Manic's going to be more aware that there's a player there. Drago looking to try to hold him off. Drago's going to look to pull up the UMP, but needs to be careful of the cover. Does have a molly that he might be able to use. Witty needs to be careful there. He could throw that molly out to get some damage done, maybe even get a knock there due to Witty being low. But they need careful. Vortex as well. Tensa pushing up here with the pump. Gonna get the knock there on the Hoodie. Down on his head there. Astro getting a knock on to Havoc there. But Havoc and Drago both get a knock. Now just down to Baby Ting. Vortex low. And Tensa's gonna get the 3-piece there onto Manic. As now they're gonna look for the reset here. So that's gonna be the first team eliminated now. But now we shall see how the rest of this game goes here. As you see the zone, Las Leonas being more of the center side there, as we have two teams there. We have Mezexis Esports NA and Rich Esports. So let's head on over that way. As Isajat looking towards the Murado, making sure nobody is going to be looking to try to go for it. As his teammate looking to regroup with him. Triggs, or Chosen actually, not too far away here, might be the one to look to try to go for that Murado, or even a horse. Isajat in the building across here, but needs to be a little careful here, to even if he tries to go for the vehicle himself, needs to be a little careful going for it. Isajat hearing his teammate regroup with him right now. Kalan here in the buggy might be looking to pick up his teammate to possibly look to go for another car. For the meantime, it's going to be the likes of them moving around, looking to just hold out here. As Chosen looking to try to make it across here. Isajat is going to be looking towards his way, but he's also going to be aware, going to be giving those comms out for his team that, hey, there's someone moving out closer here towards the front side from Mezexis here. Lost a little low on HP here as well. Does he have any util that he could throw onto Chosen? No, he does not. Kalan moving around the backside. Chosen moving back as well. Gonna be looking to try to just regroup with his teammates right now, but we shall see how this goes, as he's just going to continue running backwards here, try to avoid the shots from Rich Esports here. Klon just holding more of this side angle for the team with the M7 and UMP. So we shall just wait and see how things go here, as a lot of things are just going to look to continue playing out slow here, as it is still just first zone closing in for the meantime, and a lot of these teams are more up north, but we have ThirdEye here, not too far from Emperors here. Emperors, so gonna start hearing these vehicles passing by them. Kaz with the M4 with the Fool's Scope. Kudajan making it past there, but now ThirdEye more than aware that there's a team right next to them here. Are they going to be looking to take this fight with this team? But Emperor's going to be looking to get out of there. Kaz and Pandu looking to leave in the UAZ. Looking to regroup with their team. Clock over here by Chinooks. Chinooks driving right past. The skills of mine being a little split up here, as they're going to be drifting around right now in their car. Chinook's going to look to push in, but the rest of Skills of Mine is also going to look to do the same. Shoyoung and Silas pushing up here. Shoyoung missing a shot there with the but going to pull out the AUG, picking up the knock on the cloud. Chinook gets knocked there as well as Kaz now. It's just down to Shoyoung here against the likes of Emperor here. But we might have a third party from the likes of ThirdEye. Shoyoung's going to be looking to make the push up here. Gonna need to reload his guns as he's pushing up here, but the third party from ThirdEye coming in here as well. He's gonna pre-fire the door there. ThirdEye pushing in. Shoyoung gonna get eliminated by Chills, but Pandu gonna get knocked there from Kudajan. Kudajan with the wraparound. Kaz inside the building. Kaz trying to pick up a knock there, but Kaz is gonna get knocked once again. As now it's just down to Rafter here. Rafter for Emperors now. Clocker might be looking to get revived, but ThirdEye gonna be hearing those steps. But that's gonna be Main here looking to throw the nade out towards Rafter. Rafter nowhere near though, but Main looking to push up here right now. As Main does get knocked, Rafter looking to try to pick up another knock, but that's gonna be Kudajan picking up that final elimination as they pick up the third party there and wiping out the likes of what was left of Emperors there, as well as Skills of Mine. As they are going to get that reset, but now Xtreme Slayers looking to get into a fight, but Xtreme Slayers need to be careful as they are surrounded right now. But Mafia looking to try to save his teammate here. PP looking to get pushed up on as Frady looking to push up. Frady's going to spot him there. Frady's going to get the knock. Look for the insta-thirst here with the pump as he does. But Smokey looking to push in here now. But Frady holding the door with the pump. Going to look to throw some smokes out here to help give him some cover on his teammates. Molly's being thrown, but Smokey going to be throwing that onto himself there. But now straight out of Nepal looking to chime in here. Popping Sour. Not in the best position here as he's looking to try to hold off for Frady. Frady's going to get saved there by the likes of Spence. But Frady by himself while the team of straight out in the ball. Looking at third party, looking to push in. Frankie and Spence doing so here. Wolf on the hill here. Blaze around the hill as well. Or actually, Blaze is going to be on top of the hill. Are they aware of Pop Sour? Wolf is aware. It's going to pick up the knock and thirst. Moso going to get thirsted there as well. Now it's just down to the likes of Frady here. Frady up against the likes of the full squad of straight out of the ball. Going to take the 1v1 against Frankie, but he's stuck in the corner here. He's going to take the 1v1. He gets the knock. He's going to look for the insta-thirst there. Now look to turn around. Takes off against Spence. Down to 1 HP though. He needs to be a little careful here. Watching the doorway, but Wolf pushing in. Gonna get that final elimination there onto Frady there, as that is gonna be straight out of Nepal, taking out the Xtreme Slayers. Now straight out of Nepal, losing Frankie, but up 5 eliminations here now, as we are gonna move on over here towards Mezexis here now, looking to maybe take this fight with the likes of Zombie Boys, Trevor. Looking to cook up Need, bounce it off that wall there, but not gonna get a knock. He's gonna get knocked himself. There's Zombie Boys now down a player as Crazy Sexlix and Dandino looking to just stay grouped up. Dandino's gonna look to cook up a need here. Throw it onto Mezexis, not tagging him up though. Trying to push up onto Triggs. Dandino looking to cook up these nades. Valak's going to pick up a knock onto Mezexis there from the side of Xforce. Nades continue going out. Triggs is going to get knocked there by Dadino's nade. Instant thirsted there. Triggs is going to that first initial eliminations. Xforce over here. Valak looking towards the way of Mezexis and the likes of Zombie Boys here. Zombie Boys now down to a trio, as well as not still there. Valak looking this way, looking for that thirst onto that Mezexis player there, as he does get the confirm completely. Now he's going to be looking towards the way of the rest of Zombie Boys, maybe even the likes of Mezexis now, but he needs to be careful. Does he spot Crazy on the roof? He does spot Crazy on the roof there. He's going to be looking maybe for a shot here on Crazy, as he does get the shot to Crazy, getting tagged up there, but not fully connecting there, Valak. But Valak hearing those shots coming out from the likes of Mezexis. Zombie Boys aware of his Xforce being nearby, taking those shots. Dadino looking that way with the M43X right now. Looking to possibly release some shots towards that way. to let them know, hey, we're not just a team to be taking shots at. You're going to have to be a little cautious of us. But we shall just wait and see how this continues to play out here. As Zombie Boys are still aware of Mezexis, but Mezexis not making any moves towards them here. We're going to take a look at the zone, as zone is looking to close in here towards the likes of Los Leones. Puerto Paraiso still in the zone as well. We have a bunch of teams looking to call, taking some shots there from the likes of Drago. As Dreamers Esports looking to try the third party here. But Drago's going to be looking towards their way. Smoke's popping up there from Drago. As Spence looks to make it out here, but he's pulling up on the backside of Team Aces. Is he more aware that they are split up? But Sada are throwing the nades out there. Are they going to land? Not landing there on the Spence. He has 4 more nades he could throw out onto them here. But Sada being cautious now. Gonna look to play onto the top side here. So we shall see how this goes as the rest of Team Aces look to regroup here. Drago and Kaiser. Drago gonna get knocked there. Mauricio gonna look for that reset. As that's gonna be Blaze picking up that knock. Are they going to be looking to make the push up here onto the team? Blaze taking some more shots there, but gonna look to try and help out his teammate Spence here. Maybe looking to try to pick a push in. Spence looking to make a push in here, but Dope Esports and Xforce looking to get into a fight here. Xforce taking a couple knocks. Valak trying to make a push in there. Valak getting tagged up by the nades, but Dope Esports taken down to just Baby Tank. Baby Tank throwing out the nades, but Fate last one up for Xforce as well. But nades coming out from Baby Tank, trying to do some damage here. Baby Tank taking some shots from the likes of Rich Esports, but that's going to be Fate for Xforce. Getting the final elimination as Fate's going to look to throw some smokes out here. Rich Esports from afar. Getting those shots onto them, but not being able to fully connect. As now Team Ace is continuing on their fight here. They do take a knock. Kyle get a knock there. At Dreamers Esports making the push up here. Drago also going to get knocked in now. Dreamers Esports making the push in here onto Team Aces. That is going to be Team Aces fully wiped out, but now straight out on the Nepal, looking towards their way, straight out on Nepal, having multiple angles out here. Wolf, Blaze, and Spence trying to find multiple angles. Wolf's going to be looking to take shots towards the car tires that are visible to him, making sure nothing is going to be able to be used as smokes are going to start coming out. Now he does spot a player from Dreamers there, but he's going to continue taking those shots. Dauntless looking to take the fight towards Xforce, picking up an Elam onto Xforce there. Xforce now just down to a duo. We have the full squad of Dauntless here, 2 eliminations to their name. As we are just down to Free Point and Remix here as the team of Xforce for now. So we shall see how this goes. Dauntless, are they going to be looking to make a push here? Rise and Casper looking to move down the hill here. Maybe looking to go for an angle for now. As Rich Esports looking to get into a fight here with ThirdEye. ThirdEye taking a knock. Main looking to throw up a nade there towards Rich Esports. Not going to connect there. Zeus looking to be revived there. Kalan looking down towards Kudajon there. And Zeus, but he's going to be looking to maybe push back up, but turning it back around. That buggy not going to be able to be used as Dreamers Esports and straight out on Nepal get into a fight as well. Gonna head on over here towards Lost here with the different angles. Looking towards Chills right now. Chills is gonna get tagged up there as Lost continue to take some bird shots there. Tagging up Chills all the way down to half HP. Kalan gonna get knocked there by main. Lost is gonna look to be pushing down. Kudajan gonna get the knock there onto Rich Esports. Rich Esports taking 2 knocks here. Now the likes of ThirdEye gonna be looking to possibly be making a push here. As Kudajan lead in the charge on foot. As they're looking to push towards the likes of the trio here that are above them here. As they aren't going to be aware, as they're not going to be worried about the likes of Lost for now. They want to make the push up onto the people right in front of them as they start tagging them up. Kudajan pass right by Dauntless. Gonna be looking to try a third party this by the looks of it here. Moving out wide, checking out the compounds. But Chills, Zeus, Main, and Kudajan here taking the slide. Kudajan gonna pick up a knock there onto Kalan. Jat on the backside here. Jat throwing out some nades as it's just down to him and Daku. Gonna get the knock onto Kudajan. Jat low on HP now. Needs to be careful as these players are going to be looking to make the push up here. As Jet's going to get knocked there by Remix. Remix looking for the third party. Going to get the thirst. As Daku gets that thirst on to me now. As now they're going to look to retreat there as Zombie Boys looking to come in here as well. Picking up a knock there onto Daku. Now Rich Esports just down to Lost. Dauntless. Klaus pushing out here looking for off angle for now onto the players as Zombie Boys having the center of zone, but Dreamers Esports are going to be the eyes of Dauntless now. Make their way in here. Guys taking those shots on their Blaze. Picking up the knock there on Dreamers Esports as well from the side. But he's looking for the rest of them. But we shall see how this goes. Blaze going to be looking for the reset. That's now Blaze looking to continue on, looking towards Dreamers. Dreamers just down to Padlix here. As Dauntless looking down their way. Klaus going to be looking to hop into the Bugatti and make his rotation back up for now. Shall see how the rest of this plays out. As now Xforce making their way in. Zombie Boys to the side here, looking to take some shots towards them as well. We have some players from ThirdEye here up on the hill, taking some shots towards these way. We're in the top 8 right now here, so we shall see how this goes. So we shall see how this goes. As now Kudajan and ThirdEye are going to be looking to move in here now as they are outside of zone. As we are in stage 5 here. Zombie Boys are going to be right up ahead of them. As Zombie Boys might be just looking towards their way as ThirdEye. They're going to take a different rotation. Dadino looking behind them right now. Dauntless looking to make their way in here. So now Klaus gonna be looking to move around here. Go straight out of Nepal, getting pushed up on by Xforce. Xforce gonna be eliminated there. As Wolf is gonna be looking to get revived. Casper's going to get knocked there by Blaze. Blaze with the off angle here for his team. Making sure Klaus taking some shots there, but Klaus down to Bob looking for Bob. Gonna look to push towards where Casper is as Wolf. Now down below with Blaze. Needing to hop into his buggy. Blaze low on HP. That's gonna be straight out in the Paul. Eliminated. But now Dauntless are gonna be looking for the revive onto their fallen teammate Casper there. But Rise going to be looking to heal up, playing down into the crevice. They have such a closer side there as Badlick's here still on the backside. Is Klaus or anyone from Dauntless aware that there is a solo player on the backside of them? Nades coming out here from Dreamers. That nade's going to land right onto them there as they are low on HP. Klaus going to hop right next to his Bugatti. As Dreamers going to look to throw another nade out there. Someone's going to tag up Bob. Dauntless is going to be looking to make the push in here. Zombie Boy's looking to do the same. Klaus is going to look for Zombie Boys right now. Klaus is going to get knocked there by Dadino. As now Dauntless need to look to try to make something happen here. That's going to be Dreamers picking up that elimination. Dauntless going to be aware of him over there now. As Steam still, Mr. Flash still alive for Team Villains, as that's going to be Dreamers eliminated there to the play zone. Zombie Boys up ahead of Dauntless now, as ThirdEye also getting caught off by the likes of Zombie Boys. But Zombie Boys being a little split up right now, as Crazy, Sexflix, and Dadino. And a little split ups. Zone going to be pushing them in right now. Sexflix going to get knocked there by Rise. His nade. Going to look for the thirst. Immediately continue throwing the nades out here. They're in the zone right now. So they're looking to just throw the nades towards Zombie Boys, as Zombie Boys need to make their way in here. Crazy up in front. But ThirdEye might be looking to backstab him now if they're aware of Zombie Boys' position. The Zombie Boys are going to be looking to move into the zone third. Dadino going to be spotted there. Dadino immediately getting knocked there by Casper. Dauntless, a trio here. But they aren't a team you're going to want to leave out of mind, as they could do some work as of right now, as they have the man advantage. Kudajan going to spot out the likes of the last player from Zombie Boys, as now Dauntless in a 3v2v1. Mr. Flash still alive for Team Villains. Bob moving along the road here. He is a little bit aware that there's possibly a player down here. I think Flash was taking some shots. He has an MG3 and an M4, but just a level 1 vest. No vehicles to keep near him. Zeus inside the zone here for his team. ThirdEye needing to move. Kudajan especially. Dauntless as well. A bit away from the zone. Smokes are going to start coming out from everyone's side. Casper needs to be careful in that smoking buggy, especially. They're aware of Kudajan's area. Bob and Rise going to send into the zone with the Bugatti, but Casper going to be left behind. They're possibly just going to be looking to play aggressive here towards Kudajan, if they're aware of him being here. Molly's going out towards his way. He's coming from Kudajan, but Kudajan going to be spotted there by Bob. Bob not going to fully connect. Rise is going to get the knock there onto Kudajan, and that's going to be the thirst there on him as well. Now Zeus eliminated there. Now just down to Mr. Flash. It is a 3v1 here. Dauntless having his own, but they're looking to throw the nades towards Flash right now. Bob looking to make a push up here. All his teammates throw the usual out and give him the perfect cover fire. As he's going to hear Mr. Flash screaming. Mr. Flash going to get the knock there, but Bob and the rest of Dauntless going to be looking to take game number 2 there with 10 eliminations to their name, as Villains taking second place there with just 4 eliminations. Flash picking up another one there at the end game on to ThirdEye. ThirdEye going out in third there with 7 eliminations. Zombie Boys going out in fourth there with 3. Dreamers Esports going out in 5th with 5. Straight on the Paul going out in 6th there with 8. Xforce going out in 7th with 5. Rich Esports going out in 8th with 2. Team Aces going out in 9th with 1 elimination, missing out on that top 8 there. So now we're going to take a look at the rest of the results here now. As we do see the first team eliminated is going to be Manic. As now we take a look at stars of the match. Rise going all out there with 5 eliminations. Fate with best companion, and then Casper with the finisher there. So that's going to be game number 2 for the night. We have 2 more games left as we are going to be heading into Sanhok and then finish off the night with Erangel. But with that being said, we are going to be right back for the 3rd game, so do stay tuned for that. Yeah, we'll be right back. Alrighty, guys, we're gonna be getting into the third game here. Do have one more game right after this one. We're gonna be heading into Sanhok here for the third game. As you've seen, second game going to Dauntless. But if you wasn't here for the first game did go to the likes of who was Team Villains. Team Villains won the first game and picking up a second place this game as well. So would think that would for sure keep them up there towards that first place, but only picking up 4 eliminations for the team at the end, but picking up second place as well. Gonna be picking up 10 points, but I mean, after having a decent first game, for sure gonna be good to add those points on. But if some of these teams look to start to break out, like Dauntless picking up a win here in that second game, if they look to continue on with this game and even next game, picking up 2 more wins or even a second place with a good amount of eliminations, could even possibly take that first right under Villains' feet. Someone like straight out of Nepal picking up elims, placements, can do the same. Xforce can do the same. A lot of these teams, I've seen them be able to frag out and completely take the win with a good amount of eliminations as well. But with that being said, we shall just wait and see. As we are going to be getting into the game here in just a minute. There was some extra time just added here, so we shall just see how this game is going to be looking to go. As we are already halfway done for the night, so let's see how these last 2 games are going to be looking to go, especially the Sanhok one. A bit smaller map than Miramar and Erangel, but just in general, which of these teams are going to continue looking to play aggressive and looking to just take the first place overall, or looking to just continue to play consistent to take that first place overall, or just picking up a win tonight to, help them out, figure out what they need to fix and what is going to be best for the team, for Titans and everything else. But with that being said, we're going to be getting into this match now. Again, it is Sanhok and everything, but with that being said, we shall just wait and see how this goes. As well as, again, guys, best of luck to these teams that are playing tonight. A lot of them are performing pretty well as well. So, yeah, let's get into the plane here now. So, the plane is going to be starting all the way down by Bantai, going all the way up next to Cal. Smaller map, so you are going to be able to float to more areas than you would on other maps. But we shall see how this goes as everybody's now going to start jumping out the plane here. Let's see how this goes, what early fights we're going to get. And we shall see here as we wait it out. I do believe we might see an early fight between Xtreme Slayers and Team Aces. We might have an early fight in Prctice as well. But for now, we're going to head on over here towards the likes of Ruins. As we have Xtreme Slayers and Aces here as usual. on different sides. Legend picking up a couple guns here already. Drago looking towards Kaiser, getting the first initial knock there onto Kaiser. Drago getting tagged up there, but Moso gonna get knocked there. That's Poppy Sour looking to push up as Xtreme Slayers getting thirst onto Kaiser as well. Frady's gonna get knocked there. Sada is more to the top there. Legend gonna be aware of him. Gonna get that knock onto him. Now it is down to a 2v2. Manic looking to possibly third party this fight as well, as Astro's not too far away, as it's just down to Mariso and Drago. On to Drago, looking for that immediate thirst, as now Xtreme Slayers is going to be looking to immediately push onto his last player here, possibly. As it is now just down to Mariso. Drago going to get thirsted there by Poppy Sour, as Legend is going to get knocked there, possibly even thirsted. Mariso trying to hold the door there, but Poppy Sour with the DBS. Can he win it there with the DBS? As that's going to be Xtreme Slayers taking ruins here, but all at what cost? Being just down to a solo Poppy Sour. As now we do have a couple teams down to the south here. We have Dreamers Esports and ThirdEye. ThirdEye and Dreamers Esports both being a full squad for right now. So we shall just see how this goes, as they are down here in Tashami, taking an aerial view here how this is looking. As now straight out on the pole, and the Bankers looking to get into a fight. Spence is going to start that off for them here. Picking up that knock onto the Bankers. As now the Bankers just down to the likes of Smokey, Mafia, and PP here. But is it going to be enough? Mezexis over here with Rich Esports as well. We shall just wait and see how this is going to turn out for the likes of Mezexis or Rich Esports. Rich Esports not making too much of a move here. Baclan is looking to try to pick up an open and knock there. Throwing a nade towards Alves. Alves avoiding that nade there completely. But we shall just wait and see here. As now the likes of Zombie Boys looking to push in here. Zombie Boys going to lose a player there. Triggs picking up another knock. Going to look for the thirst there as well. Onto Dadino. But Triggs needing to lay down there, trying to avoid the other shots from the rest of Zombie Boys. As Zeus from ThirdEye getting knocked. Chosen getting tagged up there. Kalan over here taking those shots for Chosen. As Mezexis here taking two different fights. Triggs taking the fight with Zombie Boys, but Rich taking the fight with Mezexis here. Can they catch him off guard here completely to possibly make this their chance to take this fight? As they're looking to try to make a push up here right now, but not really getting the push up onto these players just yet. As Mezexis moving around, taking two different angles, lost on the roof here right now. They're aware that he's there, but no util in the bag. Now we shall just wait and see how this goes, as the first zone is closing down here. Everything just slowly going on. Dreamers Esports and ThirdEye continuing their fight down here towards Shami. We're going to head straight down there. ThirdEye taking two losses here. Dreamers just taking one loss so far here. But now the likes of Dreamers looking to make a little push out here. Specifically, Pali here pushing out already for his team with the S12 in hand. M7 as a secondary as well. So, he does pick up a knock there. Gonna look for the thirst immediately. Gonna run past a player there, but that's gonna be ThirdEye completely eliminated there. As now Manic and Dope Esports here looking to get into the fight. As now it's just down to Astro. Drago looking to try and hold him off here for now. Nade going out. That nade's gonna fully connect. As Senta does get fully healed up. Baby Tank looking to be rezzed as well. That's now Rich Esports and Zombie Boys looking to get into it as well. Mezexis is taking a couple knocks there. As now Outta needs to get healed up. But Daku going to be looking to try to get some resets here as well. As Zombie Boys slowly pushing in. Alves looking to push up there. Daku going to get that knock there. Daku with the BBS. That's going to be Mezexis. That's going to be Triggs getting the final one. But Zombie Boys just laying back here. Gonna be letting the likes of Mezexis getting the full reset. Triggs with 5 eliminations to his name out of the 6 here. Looking to get healed up, but looking to just get the resets done here as well for the team. As Zombie Boys are just letting them get in the full resets. I don't think they're aware that how many knocks they have taken on not making the push here. As it's just down to S12 and Crazy now. They might be getting added on to the kill list of Mezexis. As First Zone does closes here. Bootcamp getting favored there with the center zone. Xforce taking Bootcamp heal here for the meantime. 3-point Valak, Fate, and Remix here all setting on the hill for the moment now. So we shall just see how this continues to go. And who else is going to be looking to take a fight next, as we are in zone 2. Do have a couple teams across the way, but Mezexis now looking to take a fight with the Zombie Boys. Going to be picking up the on and getting the 1v1 onto Crazy, but not getting the 1v1 there on to S12. But he has 6 out of the 8 eliminations here. Could continue on, picking up even more eliminations, as they have 8 here already, taking out the likes of the rest of Zombie Boys as well as Rich Esports. Poppy Sour still down here towards Ruins, just letting Zone move in, just gonna play the edge for now to try to pick up some placement points, maybe pick up some more elim towards the end game. Skills of Mine making their way towards the hill of Xforce for now. Xforce and Skills of Mine are gonna not be aware of one another, but straight out on Nepal and the Bankers might be looking to run into one another again. Frankie hearing a player, so that's gonna be Smokey right next to him here. Is he gonna start hearing the player on the right of him? Blaze is aware of Mafia though. Blaze looking to throw a nade out here. But Mafia, are you aware that Blaze is throwing another nade? Mafia moving towards the backside. Blaze looking to take this fight here. He's gonna pull up the DBS. As now Smokey maybe looking to push up here. As Smokey's gonna get knocked there by Frankie. Mafia gonna get knocked as well. The Bankers now just down to PP is alive. As Frankie gonna be aware of him, gonna be calling it out. He hears the footsteps, but not well aware of his direction, as now he is going to be looking to cook up a nade now to throw on him here, as that is going to be PP alive, possibly eliminated, but Frankie pushing up with S12 as PP is trying to go up there. As that's going to be the Bankers eliminated. Now we're in the top 9 here. As you can see here on the map, where everybody is for the meantime. So let's see how this goes. Zone gonna pop here. Prctice and Bootcamp still in the zone. Dope looking to maybe take a compound here for themselves on the edge of Bootcamp, but holding a 2-1-1 split for the meantime as well. So we shall see what they're going to be looking to do throughout the rest of the game. So let's see how the rest of this plays out. and where these teams are going to be looking to take. Xforce is going to be looking to take boot camp for now. Skills of Mine going to need to be looking to take a spot in the zone. Mezexis moving out of Prctice here, taking the compound on the outskirts here. But we shall see how this goes. As Villains taking the compound, as well as a hill for right now. Nexus looking to pick up and drop off his teammates up here, as they're going to be looking to hold it as a 3-man and leaving Ace down in the compound to hold the backside to be a little anchor point for now. As everybody else is going to be looking to watch the other areas of the map for now, as Ace watches his backside. Are they aware of Mezexis being back there? Dauntless looking to make their way across. Poppy Sour looking to make his way into the zone as well. Shoyoung running in slowly but surely here. Full Skills of Mind. Is he aware of Dreamers Esports? Dreamers Esports might be aware of him, as they're up on the hill but not taking any shots. Shoyoung's going to be picked up on the horse with Chino here. Trying to make their way in. Poppy Sour as well. Chinook and Shoyoung. Are they going to be aware of Poppy Sour? Poppy Sour might be aware of them. DBS being pulled out here. Xforce down in boot camp. Poppy Sour having the DBS ready here just in case he picks up a kill, as he's going to pick up a knock onto AZ, looking for the thirst immediately, as now the rest of Skills of Mine are going to be aware. Shoyoung getting tagged up already. Poppy Sour going to look to play behind the rock here now, as well as he is aware of Xforce taking some shots towards Skills of Mine. Skills of Mine having the util here, throwing it out towards Poppy Sour, but not connecting, as it is a 1v2. Shoyoung and ZZ need to be a little careful with Dauntless and Villains taking a fight as well. Shoyoung gonna get spotted there. Poppy Sour pulling up the M4, but being a little late there. As that's gonna be Skills of Mind picking up an Elam, but Free Point picking up a knock there as well onto them for Xforce, but not gonna need to make a move just yet. Dauntless takes some shots towards Villains. They did pick up a knock, not being able to get the thirst. Rise here with the M44X here. Taking some shots through the smokes. Klaus and the likes. I do believe that is Casper here. Yeah, Casper and Klaus here, making it across the way for now, as they're going to be looking to continue rotating just through here, crossing the water plateaus with the car, as Xforce taking a knock as well. Villain's going to be looking to leave the hill there for the compound. Mezexis taking the hill there for now. Fate being knocked, looking to possibly be revived here soon if Xforce doesn't look to make a push out. Dope Esports here looking to make a push out towards Dreamers Esports, as Dreamers Esports pushing right in front of Havoc. Havoc going to be aware of them, taking some shots there, but straight out in Nepal on the other side of Dreamers Esports. Dreamers Esports needing to be careful. Dauntless taking a fight with Mezexis there. Mezexis going to lose a player there. Straight out in Nepal with the spread out right now, looking to hold different angles for the meantime. And Dreamers Esports taking some casualties there as well from Dope, but Dope getting pushed up upon from straight out of Nepal. Straight out of Nepal, facing off against Baby Tank. Baby Tank up here by himself, looking towards Blaze. Gonna pick up a knock onto Blaze. Blaze immediately getting the thirst there, but that's gonna be Villains picking up that thirst, as well as he starts getting tagged up there. Xforce and Dope looking to get into it as well. Skills of Mind up here as well. Havoc not too far away. Tensa gonna get eliminated there, as well as Dope. Now just down to Baby King and Havoc here, as Baby King looking to push up here onto Frankie. Not aware where Frankie is though. Frankie gonna pick up that knock onto him, as well as the immediate thirst there. So now it's just down to the likes of Havoc. Havoc on the other side of the hill. Skills of Mind might be looking his way. Dreamers Esports being held off by Wolf for right now. Wolf going to look to push back just a little bit. But Dreamers Esports needs of Zone here. Wolf's going to look to use some util here now. Zone pushing Dreamers Esports. Them now. That's going to be paddling. Getting out there now. Just down to nearest. As Havoc does get eliminated there from Xforce. Straight out on the fall. Looking towards Dreamers Esports here for now. As the zone does pop here. Dauntless still having the hill. Villains in the compound. As well, Xforce in the other compound. Wolf trying to avoid the shots there, not getting tagged up. Now he's going to start getting tagged up there. That's going to be Dauntless there. That's going to be Casper to be Pacific here, picking up those shots onto them. We shall see here. Dauntless still having the edge of the hill here. They have vehicles as well, so if they do need to move down, they're possibly going to use those vehicle skills of mine. The trio here needing to try to make a move in here soon, but straight out of Paul going to be looking to do the same. Mezexis as well, looking to push in towards villains here, possibly going to be looking to force the fight. Dauntless might be looking to third party. Rise looking towards Mezexis here as they're trying to make a rotation in. Trig's going to get knocked immediately there by Rise as well as Thirsted. Wolf going to get knocked there by skills of mine. Rise taken out. Likes of Riggs. That's now just down to Small Man and Shoyoung. They're in a little divot here. Picking up the resets for now. This axis now just down to Chosen. Chosen trying to stay alive here. 8 eliminations here for Mezexis villains. Needing to try to make something happen here. Dauntless still having their hill here. Ace having the edge of zone. Everybody needing to make a move out. Dauntless still having the edge of zone. This is going to give them a lot to work with, especially looking towards Xforce. Trying to make sure their car is really usable, or when Xforce tries to move in, they can blow the car up and messing up completely the rotation. Skills not in the best spot either. Dreamers still outside of the play zone here. Nearest here. 3 first aids in the bag right now. Trying to make them work for the rest of this game. Smallman going to get knocked there once again. As now Dauntless looking towards Xforce. Xforce trying to make a rotation in here. But Klaus going to look to start cooking up the nades here to throw onto him. Klaus getting tagged up by Villains. Villains trying to make something happen here now. Casper now need to be the one to throw out the nades here towards Xforce. Xforce trying to make a push up here. As Fate's going to be looking to try to make his way in. Val's going to get knocked there as well. Fate getting knocked. 3-point knocked as well. Now just down to the likes of Remix here for Xforce. That's just going to spot Fate there. Get the thirst immediately as they get the reset on to Klaus. They're going to be aware of villains possibly trying to push up here as well. Casper throwing out the util here. Remix, that's going to be Xforce eliminated. Skills of mine down the hill as well as villains zone popping up. Everybody needs to make their way in. Dauntless now changing their focus towards villains way here. Rise looking to throw a nade towards Ace's way. Is it going to be the one to connect? Just barely missing him. They're aware of players being on the backside. Bob peeling up right now. I think he is aware of where Flash is. He does see Flash peeking out there. He's going to wait for Flash to possibly peek him again. Klaus is going to land the nade, though, right onto him. Villains now starting to get taken apart one by one. And Dauntless looking to try to have a game. As Bob takes the thirst onto Flash there. Dauntless just going to wait out for Villains to move out in the open. Klaus needing to heal up. Villains needing to move here. That's going to be Smokey getting knocked out by Rise. Ace is going to get knocked there by Bob. Nexus being the last player up alive. As Shoyoung looking to move out. Bob low on HP. Rise, Klaus moving down the hill. They're aware of Shoyoung being next to the rock. Bob going to go out to the play zone. Klaus, Rise pushing up. Bob going to get thirsted by Shoyoung. As Rise taking a 1v1, Shoyoung low on HP. Nade's going to land right onto them now as Nexus making his way in. Casper going to be looking towards that way as they're aware of villains being outside of the play zone. Casper going to look to push towards Nexus's way as that's going to be Dauntless taking game number 3 there, picking up the second win of the night, picking up 9 eliminations to the name, and villains taking another second place. But is it going to be enough to keep them in that first place due to Dauntless picking up a second win and only picking up 4 eliminations again this time? But we shall see. Don't know if we're going to have results, but the results will be posted at the end for sure. Dauntless taking another win here tonight. On to Sanhok, we have one more game left as we're going to be heading back into Erangel after we show these results. Skills of Mine picking up 6 eliminations. Xforce picking up 2. Dreamers Esports picking up 6. Mezexis picking up 8. Straight out of Nepal picking up 6. Dope Esports picking up 5. Xtreme Slayers picking up 5 as well, but missing out on that top 8. So now we're going to take a look at the rest of the results here now. As we do see, Team Ace is going to be the first team eliminated, going out with 3 eliminations to their name. So now we're going to look at the stars of the match here. Triggs going all out with 6 eliminations. Triggs with the best companion as well. So that is going to be game number 3 done and dusted. We have one more game left here. So we shall see how that goes. And yeah, see you guys for that game. And yeah, we'll be right back. Alrighty, everybody, we're going to be getting into the last game now. As we're going to be heading into Erangel. After you've seen last game, Dauntless picking up another win, back-to-back wins. We shall see what they're going to be looking to do with this game. I had to guess it's going to be between them and Villains for who is going to be taking first place overall. But that being said, hey, we shall just wait and see on who is going to be looking to take this last game. So this game should be starting here. But that being said, we shall see how this game looks to go, as it is the very last game of the night. And with that being said, as well, best of luck to these teams, and we shall just see who is going to be looking to take this game for themselves to end off the night, as we're going to be hopping into the last Erangel. Let's see who is going to be looking to take this last game for themselves here now. As it's Erangel. And I know some of these teams might be a little tired or wanting to go play some Ultimate or something. But that also being said, we're probably going to have a lot of hot drops. Or maybe a couple of hot drops here and there. But we shall just see how this final game goes. Alright, now we're hopping in the plane here. It is going to start right on the polka there, going all the way down to the southwest side of the military island there. And this is more favoring down the south side here. So we shall just see how it does go here for these teams and where they're going to go for this last game, and how are they going to do with, how are they going to deal with adversity. So let's see how this goes as everybody jumping out the plane already here. I think we are possibly going to have an early fight here with ThirdEye and Skills of Mind landing in the polka. Shoyoung landing across the way as Small Man and Chinooks landing in the warehouses here. Chinooks aware that there is a player just in the back warehouse picking up SLR and an ace here. As now he's training for the Uzi, as now him and his teammate going to be looking to push towards Kudajan. May going out there. That's going to pick up the knock there onto Kudajan. And they're going to instantly look for that thirst onto them, as Main is a little low on HP as well. AZ with the S12 and a Bison. So shall just see how this goes. Dope Esports as well as Dreamers Esports and military there. So we shall see how that goes, as now that starts to break out as Dope Esports picking up the first knock. As I think that was Baby Tang getting the knock there onto Nurse. As Dreamers taking Catwalk there, but that cover going to be getting knocked there. Not going to be able to cover him much, as the rest of them are towards the gap. Backside of police station, moving in the silos, looting up around here as Padlix now getting some loot here for himself. But being a little split though. Mezexis over here right next to the likes of the Bankers. The Bankers gonna get the knock on the Chosen. Harmon here as well. Scar and M4 looking to push up that way to help out his teammate. Chinux getting a knock there as well onto Chill's main low on HP. Zeus a bit away as well. Chill's crawling back right now. Nades being thrown. AZ looking to slowly push up there. Main gonna get knocked there by Shoyoung, as now it is just down to Zeus. AZ calling that out for his teammates. Gonna get that burst there. Zeus taking some shots as Mezexis and the Rangers continuing on with their fight. Zeus holding that top side. Kills the mine, trying to push in there, as that is gonna be ThirdEye eliminated. Mezexis pushing over here. Looking to take this fight. Looking to cook up a nade. Harmon looking to get that reset onto his teammate, but these nades gonna be going long here as they get the reset there. Nades going out. That one might just get the re-knock as Harmon inside. Mezexis aware of that, but Harmon pushing out the backside, giving his backside towards Mezexis, losing 2 players there already, as now Mafia and Bulwark's gonna be looking to push up towards his way, as the rest of Mezexis towards Stabler, but they have a car looking to instantly push down towards their teammates to help them out. Triggs and Alves cruising along, but they need to hurry to get to their teammate to try to keep him alive, as he's holding the compound for now. But this is a team here. Aware of where Bulwarks does. Is he gonna get the 1v4 here? He's gonna look for the thirst immediately here, as now it's just down to 1 player. Needs coming in here as Mafia last player up for the Bankers. Is this a 1v4 here for Mezexis, as it is gonna be a 1v4 here for Mezexis, as now they pick up the first early eliminations. Dreamers looking to get out of military there, as Dope Esports looking around, trying to make sure that this area is clear. Zone looking in favor of this east side. Xforce over here next towards Manic. Have them loot up here already. They're aware of Manic being right in front of them with the buggy. Gonna try to pick up 2 early elims. Only taking 1 knock just so far, but they're gonna look to throw the smokes out to get the reset. Hoity pushing out. Vortex gonna be looking to move out as well. 3-point gonna look to grab the car there, as well as look to push towards Hoity. Now Valak gonna be looking to get revived here. Remix throwing those smokes out to get the reset. Vortex looking to try to push up. Fate and 3-point trying to push up onto Hoity here. Nades coming out. Fate and Remix both need to heal up. Fate pushing up towards Hoity here. The likes of 3-point nades going out, getting the knock on to 3-point, but Hoity gonna get knocked in return, as Fate's gonna be looking to get the reset here. As now it's just down to Vortex. Vortex trying to make a wraparound, maybe make a push here on to Fate, as Fate is low on nade. Fate gonna shoot through smokes. Fate gonna look to pull a nade here to throw onto Vortex. This nade going out there. 3-point still looking to be healed up. Valak gonna be the one getting that reset possibly. He's being pulled right now. Valak gonna get knocked there. Remix tagging him up there. Remix gonna get knocked there as well, but that's gonna be Fate keeping his team up and going here. Now gonna look for the full reset onto their team, as they're looking to take the center zone, or are they gonna be looking to play aggressive throughout the rest of this game? As we do see the zone here, it is closing down for the time being here, so we shall just see how it goes for the rest of the match, as we have only lost 2 teams and then a couple players from other teams, so majority of the teams being alive for now, but shall see how it continues to play out here as well. As now Rich Esports looking to get into a fight here with Zombie Boys. Zombie Boys just down to a solo now. In school here, SHI being revived right now. Mezexis and Skills of Mine getting into a fight as well. Bluesman gonna get thirsted there. Lost pushing up with the DBS. Fight Villains and Dreamers looking to get into a fight as well here. As now Villains picking up the knock onto Dreamers. Zombie eliminated there. Head on over here to Skills of Mine. Trying to chase down Mezexis here. Picking up Elims. But just gonna spot a solo a bit away from his team. Nexus spraying down the stroke there. But Dreamers a little spread out here. Because one of them is still on the bridge. But V2 in the tower. Ace is aware of him being over there. He's going to be giving out those comms for his team. But they're just a trio. But they're looking to make the push here. But they go out early here. This is going to give the opening for Dauntless to possibly, hey, first place for sure. Villain's going to take a knock there. Now just down to Dreamers here. Just down to solo. What the S12. Not going to do them justice. As Dreamers taking out the trio of Villains. Now this is going to open things up for Dauntless here after Dreamers taking out Villains there. Xforce looking to take out a player there. I think that player was from straight out of Nepal. Nope, not straight out of Nepal. Really don't know what player that was. But they're up to 6 eliminations. Free point and Fate here with 3 apiece. Looking to loot up for now. As the zone continue to pop up. Shelter being more of the center area here. So we shall see how this goes. Dreamers still alive. 3 eliminations to a name. Rich Esports not too far here. Looking to rotate by. Skills of Mine might be looking to maybe take a fight with them here soon. If they start hearing those vehicles. Shoyoung gonna hear Jazz. Lost here soon as well. But Shoyoung gonna look to start boosting away here in the buggy. As his teammates are gonna be returning those shots. That's going to be small man here. But Rich Esports going to be looking to play aggressive towards this without an open knock. We're just trying to pass by here for now. Lost. I think he's trying to play aggressive on this. Shoyoung going to be looking to push up in the buggy here. He's aware of him stopping. Gonna possibly stop as well. As Xforce taking the fight here now with the likes of Rich Esports. Taking 2 knocks already. Now just down to Remix and Fate. 3 point eliminated there as well. Rich Esports up to 6 elims. Fate and Remix trying to stay alive here. Daku switching seats. Getting the knock onto Fate. Xtreme Slayers is straight on Nepal. Taking a fight as well. Straight on Nepal. Picking up the knocks here onto Xtreme Slayers as Wolf is knocked as well. Frankie gonna move up the rock here, taking the high ground. Legend gonna get the knock there onto Locky there. Xtreme Slayers getting these knocks immediately. Now just down to Blaze as a solo player. Freddy being knocked. Gonna be looking to get revived. Spence actually being the one last alive here. Throwing some util out here for his team. Bobby Sire getting re-knocked as the nades look to continue coming out here from Spence as Locke gives out those comms of where his team is. Legend moving around here. Spence is going to be aware where Legend is. Throwing that nade towards his way. Getting the damage done. Going to be looking for the 1v1 here. Legend going to throw the nade out though. Instead of taking the 1v1, getting the final elimination. Team Aces here looking to join in, but Xtreme Slayers looking to get the full reset here. As Legend needing to get these resets here soon. Moso needs to stop moving around to be said so he doesn't bleed out even quicker. But Team Aces already pushing up here. That's going to be Kaiser to the exact. Skills of Mind and Rich Esports now getting into it here. Drago taking out Dreamers Esports as Moso does bleed out there. Shoyoung making the push up here. Smallman does get knocked there. Lost down to 1 HP. Shoyoung moving around. But AZ in the back, getting the knock there. Gonna pick up a third. That's gonna be Shoyoung, as now it's just down to Jazz. Shoyoung free firing with the S12, looking for a third. On to Daku as well as Isajet. That's AZ low on HP. Jazz moving around. That's Shoyoung gonna be looking to cook up a need here. That's Jazz trying to push in here. AZ knocked as well. Shoyoung cooking up a need there. Jazz still shooting. That's Jazz trying to get some shots in, but Shoyoung nading himself there, but not going to completely take him out. But he's going to look for the reset there. Needs going out there. Shoyoung needing to take a push there. That's going to be skills of mine eliminated there. Rich Esports up to 12 eliminations. Now just a duo. Xtreme Slayers taking a fight here. Frady getting reset. Frady healing up here as well. Team Ace against the likes of Xtreme Slayers. Frady needs to be careful not to try fully push up. As Drago having the little off angle here. Gonna look to throw some smokes out. Legend. Sour moving around for an off angle here now. Team Ace is aware that he's here. So gonna get spotted there. That's 2 knocks there onto Aces. As Kaiser now getting focused on by Poppy Sour. Frady does get knocked there as well by Drago. Legend's gonna have to try and pick that up. As smoke's coming out here from Poppy Sour. As Drago is low on HP as well. Frady's gonna be getting picked up by Legends. All these smokes coming out here from Poppy Sour. As it is a 3v2 now. Drago trying to make the push up. Sadar gonna get thirsted there. Drago looking to continue pushing up, but Legend gonna be looking to try to help out his teammate here against Kaiser. Kaiser staying around his car, but Legend needing to be careful as well. Other player in the backside. Kaiser with the S12, but Legend's gonna get that knock. As now they're going to change their focus straight on to Drago here. Smoke's going out. They're aware that he is a little closer. Going to start wrapping around here, throwing some shots towards him. But that's going to be Team Ace's eliminated zone. Going to pop up here now. Dauntless making their way in. Dauntless, Dope Esports, Rich Esports, Mezexis. All top 5 here. Dauntless looking maybe for a third win here. 0 eliminations so far, but there are plenty of elims to be picked up from all these other 4 teams. But who are they going to be looking to take a fight with first here? So they're going to be looking to take this compound here near the center zone. Dope Esports a little split up as well right now. But Dope going to start taking some shots towards their way. Dauntless going to be aware of them. They're going to hear the hovercraft there as well from Baby King and Tinta. Tinta getting packed up already. Tinta going to get knocked immediately and thirsted as Baby Tank looking to pass by. Cloud's going to pull out the MJ3 to try and spray down that hovercraft that Baby Tank is in, because it will do the damage. Havoc is going to get a knock onto Casper. Casper going to get revived immediately here by Rise. Rise going to be aware of Baby Tank in the backside. Casper trying to stay alive here. Baby Tank trying to push up here. Havoc making a push in. Klaus going to look for the 1v1, but Havoc going to get knocked immediately by Rise there. As now Baby Tank making the push in. Drago going to get knocked there by Rich Esports. Casper dropping down to be revived. As that's going to be Dope Esports eliminated. And now they're going to be looking for the reset onto Casper. So now Rich Esports going to be looking to join in on this fight. Dauntless up 3 eliminations now. Klaus looking to heal up here. He's aware of players being on the top side now. So Rich Esports might be looking to take this fight with them. But they're not careful since they are just a duo. Dauntless having the man advantage could just take him out easily. Klaus with the MG3 though, but now looking for Jazz's way. Jazz immediately getting down to 1 HP. Klaus taking those shots onto a window as Casper looking to do the same. Casper, everybody using an Onk so far. Bob with the M4 and S12. What does Rise have? Rise have an M4 as well. So everybody having an M4 or an AUG. lost more on the side. Rise getting tagged up there. They're trying to figure out which one they really want to take a knock onto here. They might be able to just full send the likes of Jas there. Xtreme Slayers taking a fight with Mezexis now. Strix does get knocked there immediately. Now just down to Alves here for Mezexis. Xtreme Slayers pushing up onto him here now. Holding it. Which gun is that? That's the, what you call it. I forget which gun it is. I ain't gonna lie. But Xtreme Slayers looking to make the push up here. Nades going out. Brady gonna make that push up and get that elimination there onto Mezexis. 13 elims here for Rich Esports. Either way, a good game for them. But Dauntless looking for the rest of these elims and this last game for themselves as well, as Villains already been eliminated early here. Dauntless possibly going to start playing aggressive here. Just needing to move away from that tower. Rise hold in the corner here for right now. Looking to maybe try to get the knock on to Jas for the pickup, but needs to be careful of Lost as well being on the shed. As Dauntless, Casper, and Klaus making the push up there. Jas taking the feed there, but Rise or Bob not being able to pick that angle onto Jas though. That's Rise gonna possibly look to get onto the roof here. That's Lost on the roof of the shed. Does Rise spot Lost there? Lost gonna fall back down off the roof. Jas gonna pull up on by Klaus. Casper. Klaus gonna immediately start throwing Utilin. That's Jas making. Jas gonna get knocked there immediately and thirsted as well. As Xtreme Slayers looking to join in here. Klaus gonna hop in the buggy and look to move up here as well. Xtreme Slayers, the trio moving up. Legend right in front of Klaus here. Klaus gonna look to hop out, pulling out the MG3. Immediately they're hopping back in the car. Bob right next to him. Bob gonna look to toss. Or actually that's gonna be Casper actually looking to take down. Freddy's gonna get knocked there by Klaus. Klaus gonna look for the run over immediately now. And hop around. As Casper's taking some shots. Rise and Bob popping in the car as well, looking to join in. As they're looking to push up onto Xtreme Slayers. Klaus leading the charge with the MG3 in the buggy. And Bob looking to spray them here with the M4, passing by. Casper pulling up here as well with the drive-by. As they're looking for these eliminations onto Dauntless. Legend hopping into the shed there, but Casper with the drift drive-by there, getting the knock. That's going to be Xtreme Slayers eliminated there. Casper with the drift drive-by on to, I don't even know which player that was, to be honest. I think that was Sour. But Dauntless up to 7 eliminations here, now looking towards Lost, as now they're going to look to start sending it down towards his way. Is Casper gonna look to ramp the car here? Gonna slow down immediately, but the rest of them also being slowed down. As now Klaus looking to send it here. As he is the last one getting tied up. They're gonna switch to the Bugatti, as that's gonna be Dauntless taking the last game for themselves, picking up 8 eliminations while they're at it with the three winners. 3 chicken dinners in a row there, picking up 8 eliminations in this final one. Rich Esports picking up 13 eliminations, as well as the second place. Xtreme Slayers going out in 3rd there with 10. Mezexis going out in 4th with 4. Dope Esports going out in 5th with 2. Team Aces going out in 6th with 0. Skills of Mine going out in 7th with 7. Dreamers Esports going out in 8th with 3. Straight out Nepal going out in 9th with 1 elimination. Missing out on that top 8 there. So now we're going to take a look at the rest of the results here now from the rest of these teams. As ThirdEye, it's going to be the first team eliminated, going out with 0 eliminations to their name. So now we take a look at stars of the match here. Legend going all out with 5 eliminations. Legend with best companion, but Casper with the finisher there. And so that's going to be it. I don't know if we're going to have results, but they're going to be out in the Discord, so do stay tuned for them being posted. But with that being said, that's going to be it for me. And if I had to say, that might have just been Dauntless taking the win overall, but we shall see, especially with villains going out first. But with that being said, thank you guys for joining the stream. Appreciate you guys stopping by. That's going to be it for me, and I'll see you guys next time.